humans and future AI overlords. Well, OpenAI has announced a search GPT functionality that they talked about months ago, and actually they had a beta, and I did a video on it, but because it was this weird thing that wasn't a thing, and and then I did find it. Was too late to enter the beta, which was a bummer because I wasn't paying attention, wasn't fast on the keyboard. But anyway, but now Search GPT is a genuine thing. So that beta must have been a great, had great experience for people. So anyway, we're going to check it out. So there is a announcement on the OpenAI website. So I'm using Safari and I'm here at openai.com. And it says, introducing ChatGPT Search. Get fast, timely answers with links to relevant web sources. Let's take a look here. So basically, you're just using ChatGPT, and they have this little globe logo to do search. Help me plan a road trip. Cool. Oh, wow. So pictures. Looks very googly. Interesting. Interesting, looks cool. Sources, okay, they've got source links there, interesting. Where can I grab a dinner in Positano on Friday night? So, okay, so yeah, that feels very, but these are what we're used to, these kind of questions we ask in Google search and leverage all the location, weather, awareness kind of stuff that Google has. So interesting. So basically, interesting. So this is cool. Let's check it a little bit more. So it says ChatGPT can now search the web in a much better way than before. Thank goodness, because I remember the day when before I had web access, you just basically if the model wasn't trained on it, you would get nothing. It's like I have information as of this training date. Oh my gosh, that was just so painful to experience that. So anyway, so ChatGPT can now search the web in a much better way than before. I wonder if it's using Bing. You can get fast, timely answers with links to relevant web sources, which you would have previously needed to go to a search engine for. This blends the benefits of a natural language interface and the value of up-to-date sports scores, news, stocks, quotes, and more. And so, yeah, that's the up-to-date. The up-to-date has always been kind of like the Achilles heel of ChatGPT. Because I still get training data messages, not as often, but I still get them, even with the subscription. So ChatGPT will choose to search the web based on what you ask, or you can manually choose to search by clicking the web search icon. Okay, interesting. So basically, it's going to search the web on what you ask, and then you can manually choose the web search icon. Okay, interesting. So search will be available at chatgpt.com, as well as on our desktop and mobile apps. All ChatGPT Plus and Teams users, as well as Search GPT waitlist users, will have access today. So yeah, so you gotta have a Plus or a Team, or you got on the waitlist. I did not get on that waitlist. I was too late, it was closed. We'll have access today. Enterprise EDU customers will get it in the next few weeks. We'll roll out to all free users over the coming months. And that's definitely something that OpenAI, does, is they make this available free, but they do limit, the amount of utilization, those token limit errors. Nothing like getting a token, you've exceeded your tokens message in the middle of a voice conversation, that you're having super awesome, deep discussion. So designed to get you to a better answer. Getting useful answers on the web can take a lot of effort. Oh, preach. It often requires multiple searches and digging through links to find quality sources and the right information for you. That is the truth. I mean, while I love Google, I'm so wired to keyword searching in Google. It's been nearly 2 years since ChatGPT came out, like November 30th of 2022. And the way I use technology and search for things is different because of ChatGPT. So it's interesting how, because it's that whole thing of like put your keyword searches, you get, millions of results in like, milliseconds, which is crazy. I mean, that's like powerful. But you got ads, you got links. You're gonna have to mine that data for the content you want. So that's the challenge. So now chat can get you to better answer. That is absolutely why ChatGPT was just, for me, a mind-blown emoji experience, because you're not keyword searching, getting links, and then mining that. You're answering questions. You're having a natural conversation. So ask a question in a more natural conversational way, and ChatGPT can choose to respond with information from the web, go deeper with follow-up questions, and ChatGPT will consider the full context of your chat to get a better answer for you. So that is, that's what's so powerful, is the context of your conversation, the natural language. I mean, you don't have to be focused on keyword searches or, understanding those special keywords to leverage in Google search. You just have a conversation. I mean, that's what's so powerful about this wonderful generative AI world. So it looks like they've got weather content, because that's one thing that, is that real-time data inside of ChatGPT. That has been probably the biggest challenge, but there's apps and tools that kind of augment that. So it's been interesting shifting from Google searches and apps into conversations and chat, but then augmenting, like as we've seen ChatGPT get web enabled, or Bing Chat and then become Microsoft Copilot and be integrated with Bing, so it has all the awareness. To see, Google Bard, become Gemini and then leverage all of Google's services. I mean, it's kind of amazing to link in your Google Gemini experience with, YouTube, with the weather, with the travel, with the locations, I mean, all that amazing knowledge that Google has. So it's pretty powerful. So it's funny to go from a search engine to a chat bot, and then now a chat bot wants to become almost like a search engine. So it feels like what Ouroboros, the snake eating itself kind of thing. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, no, this is good. So that, being able to be aware of the weather, to get context, location, kind of Google Maps related information, to have that awareness. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so we've partnered with news and data providers to add up-to-date information and new visual designs for categories like weather, stocks, sports, news, and maps. So, this is going to be tied to clearly some partners, where, Google's, used to search engine optimization with lots of partners. This is going to be interesting, how this is going to work. So they got weather here, which, that's cool. Stocks, sports, looks like news, and then maps. So those are all the things, that Google does such a great job of integrating. And so this will be interesting to kind of see, how this goes. So ChatGPT Search promises to better highlight and attribute information from trustworthy news sources, benefiting audiences while expanding the reach of publishers like ourselves who produce premium journalism. So this is from the president of Vox Media. So it's interesting, those relationships. It's interesting how those relationships work. And I'm really curious if this is Bing behind the scenes, Go straight to the source. Chats now include links to sources now, and that is one thing that I really appreciated about Google and Copilot in particular, are having those source links. And one thing I loved about what Bard and Gemini were doing was that they would highlight links in green that were verified and yellow for unverified. So yeah, it's an evolution, these tools, but because there are hallucinations, there are things that are just incorrect. But having those sources, definitely is an improvement. Having that clarity, for us to kind of know, where is this information coming from? Okay, so chats now include links to sources such as news articles and blog posts, giving you a way to learn more, which is good. Click the source button below the response to open a sidebar with the references. Okay, that's cool. So that's a cool interface. So it'll open content in the sidebar. That's nice. So let's see here. So we're convinced that AI search will be in a near future and for the next generations a primary way to access information, and partnering with OpenAI positions Lamond at the front of this shift. It allows us to test innovations at an early stage while safeguarding journalism's core values and integrity. Okay, and I know technology has always disrupted so many industries, and whether it's the music industry or books or education. I mean, it's disrupted everything, journalism, so it's interesting. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see where this goes. It feels like we're circling back. We've seen search embedded in Google. We've seen Bing embed search in there as well. So, so ChatGPT Search connects people with original, high-quality content from the web and makes it part of their conversation. By integrating search with the chat interface, users can engage with information in a new way, while content owners gain new opportunities to reach a broader audience. We hope to help users discover publishers and websites while bringing more choice to search. I mean, that's great. I mean, it sounds almost like, kind of a very Apple-esque kind of statement. As AI reshapes the media landscape, Axel Springer's partnership with OpenAI opens up a tremendous opportunities for innovative advancements. Together, we're driving new business models that ensure journalism remains both trustworthy and profitable. I mean, I tell you, with the amount of, just crazy news, you definitely, value the source of your new news provider. And even then you have to be careful. News providers are shifting in what they offer. Some are offering more opinion news than fact news, and that's very frustrating when they don't make that clear. I mean, it should be obvious, but anyway. So we collaborate extensively with the news industry and carefully listens to feedback from our global publisher partners, including a bunch, which is cool. So it looks like any website or publisher can choose to appear in ChatGPT Search if you like, so contact, OpenAI, cool. So how it works and what comes next. So the search model is a fine-tuned version of GPT-4o or Omni, post-trained using novel synthetic data generation techniques, including distilling outputs from OpenAI O1 Preview. ChatGPT Search leverages third-party search providers as well as content provided directly by our partners to provide the information users are looking for. Learn more here. I'm definitely going to come back and click on that link. So thanks for feedback from Search GPT Prototype. Yes. I wish I could have gotten in that, but this is cool. It's here. I'm genuinely curious. We brought the best of the Search GPT experience into ChatGPT. We plan to keep improving search, particularly in the areas of shopping and travel, and leverage the reasoning capabilities of OpenAI O1 series to do deeper research. That is cool. The reasoning thing is so stellar, and that's just next level stuff. So anyway, we also plan to bring our new search experience to advanced voice and Canvas, as well as to free and logged out users in the future. ChatGPT Plus and team users can try it out today at chatgpt.com. So this is fantastic. So I love the voice conversations, and the advanced is amazing. It's just so much fun. I wish they had more voices. I mean, they've got some good voices. I still miss Sky. I know Scarlett Johansson. I absolutely support her choice to, hey, this sounds too much like me, and I agree. I totally agree. And it's, if you sound too much like someone, and it felt a little uncomfortable. So the fact that she didn't support it, I think it's good that OpenAI removed it, which is great, but still a little questionable behavior there. But anyway, let's click on this link. So ChatGPT Search. So it's available to Plus and Teams users as well as waitlist. Okay, it's coming soon. What information is shared? So this looks like just kind of distilled down version. So this is better than, I guess, the Bing integration. I'm really curious if it really is just Bing integration. So basically, what information is shared when I search, provide relevant responses. ChatGPT Search is based on your prompts. May share disassociated search queries with third-party search providers such as Bing. So Bing is, but third-party search providers. So it looks like maybe more than just Bing. ChatGPT also collects general location information based on your IP address and may share it with third-party search providers to improve accuracy of your results. Okay, so to begin your search, go to chatgpt.com and click the web search icon in the text box and enter your search query. ChatGPT will automatically search the web if your question might benefit from information on the web. So interesting. So even if you don't click the search, this makes more sense. Even if you don't click search the web, it will do it on your behalf anyway. I mean, that's a choice. You'd think you'd leave it up to the human, but I guess they want to provide you a good experience. It'll be interesting to see. ChatGPT will automatically search the web. Your question might benefit from information on the web, unique travel destinations, latest trends in technology, unique hobbies to try, tips for improving mental health. Excellent prompt. Search for, so ChatGPT Search can also be accessed via the shortcut. Simply type / and select from the prompt menu. Okay, all right, cool. This is cool. This is cool. I love OpenAI's constant evolution. I mean, ChatGPT 3.5, I'll never forget the day that I got my account, December 12th of 2022. I was late to the party. Millions of people are already using it. It took me a while to get in and get on, but man, did it just change everything I do. So it's exciting, and it's exciting to see it evolve. So you can also regenerate any GPT-4o response to search the web, enabling ChatGPT to enrich its initial response with additional content. So try again, and then select search the web. Interesting. So ChatGPT responses that use search will contain inline citations. If you're interested in exploring these citations further, you can hover over the citation to learn more and click on it to see the source. This hover feature works on desktop web. Interesting. So you can also find cited sources as well as other relevant links by clicking the sources button, which is cool. Occasionally search results will return images at the top of the response. To see the image source, click on the image to see the citation and link to the source. Okay, cool. So please note that search queries in ChatGPT are subject to your ChatGPT plans for usage limits. Those usage limits, they're just, sorry. When you use it often, it's just like a door getting slammed in your face. Anyway, setting ChatGPT as your browser's default search. You can set search on ChatGPT as your Chrome browser's default search by downloading and installing our Chrome extension. Once ChatGPT has been set as your default search engine, you can search directly via your browser URL bar. This will automatically start a conversation in ChatGPT that will contain your search query and ChatGPT's response. That's cool. That is cool if you really want to go all in. If you want to redirect a query to Google search, type interesting directly into your browser, Okay, so all right. So there's some related articles, which is great. So this is really a great, overview. So let's see here. So here I'm at ChatGPT 4o, and we've got that lovely icon to search the web. Wow, this has definitely evolved. I love how the UI interfaces to a lot of the tools are simplifying. They've definitely changed. I've checked out Copilot's change from a consumer standpoint. Whoa, radically different than the business side. But this interface is great. So why don't I just ask a basic question like, what is artificial intelligence? I got a new keyboard, so my typing is going to be off until I adjust to it. Okay, so it's basically just given me an answer, which is great. Okay, so this is just, and let's see here. So this is where I could select Canvas, advanced reasoning, but I'm going to click search the web. All right, let's see how this performs differently. All right, we've got some links to IBM. Cool. Interesting. Links to some Caltech. Okay. I kind of dig. You know what? I like this. I like it because it's simple. It's not totally distracting. You hover over what you want. Let's see. We'll look at sources here. This is where, pops right up on the right side, and you can look at all your. I dig that. That's really cool. I'm really impressed. I definitely am going to play around a little bit more with this. So it's going to be interesting to, we're so used to Google searches, and then switching from that ecosystem into ChatGPT has been an incredible shift into using AI chatbots for conversations. And now these conversations will be more hybrid. So it's going to be interesting. So when you're at like Gemini having a conversation, so I was asking it about OpenAI Search GPT, and it was giving me some information there, which was cool. But when you go into a Google search, we're so used to this very clean, kind of experience. And I feel like that's kind of what you're getting with OpenAI. And when I did my Gemini searches, it did link directly into the Search GPT. But I like how I can hit a Google search right here. You've got the content from Gemini, to hop in, and then But let's say I grab this search right here, and I just hop over to Google, and let's just ask that. All right, so we've got top news stories, we've got apps, we've got the typical Google, kind of experience. So you've got some news, knowledge graph stuff on the right, links to Wikipedia, related searches, people also ask, and then you've got your content here. So linking into Search GPT, this is the link I went to introducing ChatGPT Search. We're getting that here. Let's see here, and then we just dive deeper. There was no Gemini, kind of search overview for this. It's probably too new for it to be an overview since this just came out. But interesting. So it's going to be interesting. Like one of the things I loved is switching. I've always, growing up on, a variety of pre-Google search engines of various kinds that were, effective to some degree, designed in really interesting ways to help you find information. Some were helpful, some were really, moderated in a way that it felt like you couldn't really see a lot. So that Google's openness was so powerful. So it's going to be interesting to see if using ChatGPT Search in what looks to be a little bit more moderated, environment, how that's going to work. I like the simple design. It's good because that's one of the things like remember using Yahoo and it was just so busy and overwhelming. Google brought some sanity, and yes, they've got the tabs up here. They've got some some very I feel like organized and streamlined content. And luckily in this search, I'm not seeing a lot of ads and stuff like that, which was one of the things that really turned me off to Google search. But also, just was a bit of a challenge, to navigate. So this is interesting. I definitely am going to start using it. I love using chatbots for conversations. I have dropped keyword searching, have conversations, and then I switch from those conversations into Google sometimes. Not as much. When Google released that article, we have no moat. Early on, it was interesting to see how that evolved, but it's a huge change for all of us. But it's cool to see how search led to chats. Chats is kind of now coming back to search. They're kind of a hybrid, hybridization of chat and search, and now that's now kind of coming full circle with ChatGPT as well. So constant evolution. So it'll be fun to see how this works. Anyway, thank you for watching. I love this stuff. It's so cool. The constant evolution and change of all these amazing AI tools. Have a great day and see you in the next video.